The T-2 DOP provides a way for researchers to not allow or block trainee access to the T-2 DOP, and for PIs to do this for project researchers or trainees. This video will show you how a researcher can set up the Do Not Allow Access status for a trainee. As discussed in other frequently asked questions, it's important to know what happens when you choose to not allow Track 2 DOP access for an individual. If you do so, this inactivates their password, they can no longer log in, they will no longer receive emails reminders from the system, and they cannot enter, edit, or update their data or their profiles. This means that any project-related accomplishments that are published or occur after the person leaves the project will not be able to be entered or edited by that person. Now that it's clear what happens if you choose to not allow T2 DOP access for an individual, I'll show you how to do so. First, log in. You'll land on your Activities Overview page. Now find the Trainee section at the bottom of the page. Now find the name of the trainee for whom you want to not allow access. We're going to use the trainee Susan Grad as our example. Click the gear to the right of the name and select Edit User. From the pop-up page, find the Site Access field and select Not Allowed, and then Submit. You'll see that Susan's name is now in red, which means she is no longer allowed access to the T2 DOP. Now that you've not allowed access for Susan, remember that you should also make sure that you've marked her as inactive and entered her end dates so that she'll no longer be included in any analysis as an active participant. To see if you've already marked her as inactive and entered her end dates, click the gear by her name and select the View Profile option. Now find the tab labeled T2 Projects and select it. This will show you a list of all of the T2 projects that a trainee is associated with. As you can see, our example trainee, Susan Grad, only has one project listed here. You'll also note that Susan has not been marked inactive in this project, and she has a start date of July 2017, but she does not have an end date, so you'll want to take care of that. So click on the gear to the right of the appropriate project. From the drop-down options list, select Edit Participation, and on the pop-up page, change the participation status to Inactive and add an end month and an end year. Select Submit, and you'll note that Susan Grad now has a start date and an end date. Her status is now inactive, and if we go back to the Activities Overview page, her name is in a red font, which means she is not allowed to access the system.